Well, if this first point reflects what we're going to be in for the next couple of sets or 3 sets, guys, we could be here for a while.
That's not what Donna would want to hear.
No.
I mean, the good thing as a returner against Arantxa's first serve, it's not a cannon. It's got some movement to it. It's got that nice lefty swing, but she will struggle to flatten it out because of the quite extreme grip that she has on the serve.
Yeah, I've often thought, Laura, that whenever I watch Arantxa Rus, I think technically in the way she plays, she's very sound, but just a little bit passive, too passive at times, when she's quite capable of actually generating pace and can step up and hit it, but just that's not her natural sort of DNA, is it?
Well, you look at the forehand grip as well, it is quite far round, so she does struggle to flatten it out when needed. But yeah, her best results have generally been on the clay. She had quite a few challenger titles before that WTA title in Hamburg.
That's an aggressive start for Team Netherlands.
First game.
Good hold, 1-love.
You know, when you watch Arantxa here courtside, she's definitely putting a lot of spin into her shots, especially on the forehand. And a lot of times, and I watched it the other day as well against Helge, I feel like she's trying to hit the ball hard, but it's not that easy for her to create a lot of power. And I'm not sure if it comes very naturally for her. Off the court, she's very shy. On the court, I think she's been trying to implement that since working with Julian Alonso.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes these players, when they're coached by a player from a certain culture or country, I think, you know, the Spanish mentality is very consistent-based drilling. And sometimes you see that in the player, in the game style, that it reflects. Laura, you were coached by a Dutchman. Does that mean you ate a lot of cheese?
Well, he would always have me practicing on the clay with Arantxa because I was too inconsistent and wanted to hit too big.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she was the other way around and also a very good junior. Actually won all the Open Juniors. But yeah, she's played this way since all the way back then. And if you're not playing well, it's a really difficult opponent because she forces you to hit through her. She moves well on the baseline, doesn't cut the angle off sometimes, but if the unforced error count's creeping up over on Donna Vekic's side, it's a tricky opponent.
And you'd be certain that Rus would be very well aware of
30-40.
the fact that Donna Vekic possibly would be feeling a bit stiff and sore, so she's going to try and make it long and a grinding match today. Yeah, brilliant hitting. It needs to be. It's heavier tonight. The conditions are different as it turns into the night session here. It's more humid. The court slows down, so Donna Vekic is going to have to hit pretty sweet all night to hit a lot of winners.
She has to open up the court, and she does so with that slightly wider cross-court forehand to then go inside in on the next one.
Oops. That's that extreme grip, Laura, you were sort of alluding to.
And she almost had too much time there.
Team Croatia.
Arantxa Rus moved away from the ball. I totally agree. I think she likes to see herself in the rally from the baseline whenever she has to dictate. She doesn't love that.
Great defender, Rus.
There's so much eye contact from Arantxa Rus and her team, Julian Alonso and Wesley Koolhof, after every single point nearly.
Timo de Backer up top right. He's coming towards the end of his career. Good singles player back in the day.
Advantage, Team Croatia. Game.
Gets out of a little bit of trouble on her opening service game, does Donna Vekic. 1-1 first set.
1 game.
Yeah, the key for Donna today, I think, is just to know she has to be patient. To play with controlled aggression. She can't go on a winner too early, too soon.
Thank you for the music. This is not a changeover.
I didn't mind the music. Come on.
I feel that Donna's definitely got more firepower from the back of the court. She just has to be willing to grind out a few of these longer rallies until, you know, that extra bit of pace starts coming off her racket. That was what was missing the other day for me.
All.
Very nice.
It's great to see her being more aggressive. I think there's certain ranking bands you get to throughout the course of your career, and once you're around that top 50, if you want to push forward and get into that next ranking band under 50, you have to have a few more weapons in your toolkit, and I think pushing forward, being more aggressive is the way forward for Rus.
Oh, made it.
I think it's got both lines.
Team Netherlands is requesting replay of the call on the left baseline.
She thinks it's way out.
I think it's got the sideline and the baseline simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It does.
Unconvinced.
30 all.
It's amazing, isn't it? So many players, they genuinely think that the ball is in or out, and she was 100% convinced this is long.
There's always a bit of margin.
Yes. Although bolt 6, maybe not.
I think that one just has to go straight through the middle until she's got more time and space around the ball to actually open up the width of the court.
Just had a look at the Croatian players box. Nobody's in there except Eva. Where is everyone?
Well, they did just have a long match.
All of them?
There's poor old Eva sitting on her own. Where's all your friends, Eva? This is a great combo, and it's a good start for Team Netherlands. Arantxa Rus holds and leads 2-1 first set. Well, here comes the team, waiting for the end of the change break.
Yeah, of course, Donna working a lot with Pam Shriver over the year, but her main coach is Nicola Horvath, who for some reason isn't here, maybe just having another week of holiday, because they have just done a big old off-season together.
Koji put se lopte čine vani, a ono uđe unutra. Koji put mi djeluje ono da je unutra. A nije mi to. Ja isto mislim.
A beautiful part of Sydney is Manly. You can catch a ferry from Circular Quay, get the fast cat, just short ride over, 10 minutes or so, spot of surfing, and getting amongst the Manly locals. One of the real tourist hotspots here. Manly, you walk a little bit further along to Shelley Beach, and as you can see back into the city, it is really one of the most spectacular beaches and parts of this incredible city here in New South Wales.
Time.
And this is a part of the game that Donna really did try and target in the off-season, was the serve. We know that with her coach Pam Shriver and a few others, just in Monaco, really tried to work hard to get a few more free points.
Yeah, I think she could still add some more pace to it. You know, she's a tall girl, 5'11"-ish.
Got a nice motion. I really like.
Yeah.
I like the motion. I just feel there's She's leaving a little bit of power.
Not enough leg drive up.
Totally. That back right leg can use a bit more of a drive up. Because, you know, once she gets the +1 shot of the first strike, she's deadly.
40
So it's when she serves well. Look, this part here, it's a simple, easy motion that can generate a lot of pace. But see this back leg here, once she gets into that jumping motion, I'd like to drive up a little more because that ball is really coming down a fair bit.
Game, Team Croatia. 2 games.
Easy service hold for Donna Vekic.
Bravo.
Team Croatia leveling things at 2-all.
Ajmo, break. Break, idemo.
She's expecting the slice serve. Who's covering that tee.
15 love.
Nice mix up to go wide kick. It's interesting because on the juice side, Rus can go for the kick out wide, but on the ad side, she can't really hit the tee serve the same. And if it is a kick, it kind of sits up nicely for the returner in the middle of the court.
Perfect.
Yeah, when you watch Donna Vekic hit that forehand, it looks a lot more effortless, and it's a lot easier for her to create power on her ground strokes compared to Arantxa Rus. Hits the ball slightly flatter.
Laura, if you were coaching Arantxa Rus,
30-all.
do you think or would you encourage her to use a bit more of that lefty shape, that slider wide with a bit of pace off on that ad side?
I would say to any lefty to go for the slider until your opponent really starts ripping returns at you.
Blow after blow, just landing it. And great defense, though, from Rus.
30-40.
She's taking a breath now,
Yeah.
Donna Vekic in the back.
Bravo.
The lungs are open.
Yeah, you can see the speed up for over 140 kilometres an hour.
Not a bad play.
She tried that drop shot a few times the other day against Helge, didn't she? That's her kind of variation she throws in. We don't see slices. We see the odd drop shot. Even lifting the leg didn't help.
Yeah, this is such a wonderful shot. This was 2 meters behind the baseline and with very little margin to work with. That was just so well struck.
Team Croatia.
You just see the difference in height over the net in the replay there. Rus, every single forehand, it's got an extra meter over the net, and so it just gives Vekic that time to work with to just almost hit down on the ball.
Love it.
Yeah, you've got to love this ball striking from Donna Vekic. Gets the break. And Team Croatia lead 3-2 first set.
Croatia leads 3-2.
And how smart was that play from Donna Vekic there? Just when she was in the defense, throwing in that loopy ball with a lot of spin that gave her time to reset.
Bravo.
And once again, the big forehand.
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it, watching her play yesterday against Marlene Helder, who actually hits a big ball herself, and at times even bigger than Donna Vekic. It's a very different matchup today, and you can see that Donna is really enjoying having more time.
Da, blokira. Da. Ok, ti njoj odigraj koji
Always
ego,
chatty
koju
and
visoku i onda i
changeovers
ti
with
ubrzaj da iznenadiš. Sad fokus na servis. Jebote, onaj pojem pogodila 3 linije. Jebote, onaj pojem pogodila 3 linije. Super igraš.
So super start here from Donna Vekic with the early break, leads 3-2 first set. Team Croatia getting the win in the first match of this tie. Borna Čorić, too good for Talon Grigspor. It's a highly entertaining match, a straight sets win there for Čorić.
When you kind of think Vekic will feel that this is a match that she needs to win because they didn't play great in the doubles the other day. Netherlands, meanwhile, has a really strong mixed team with Demi Scherz and Wesley Koolhof, so they'd be the favourites should it come down to the decider.
First serve percentage very impressive from Vekic at 87% of first serves in. Jinxed her. I did. That second serve yesterday and if you track Donna's matches, she's got a very good second serve slider wide, just decelerating on that previous second serve.
Almost hits that one late. It's the second time where it feels like it's almost at the bottom of the frame as she's making contact with it.
Do you feel, just due to this such an extreme grip, that racket face not quite where it needs to be?
She doesn't love those ones where she has to finish off the points. Arantxa Rus, doesn't she? She just has that little bit more time.
Well, I think it's the, the pace of court and a hard court, probably her least favourite compared to the clay, and yeah, it's certainly not her game style to be uber aggressive. Just like that. Smart play from Vekic. 4-2 first set.
Rus definitely doesn't like to play the forehand above the shoulder on the rise. I think she's fine if she lets it drop and she's playing behind the baseline as an almost defensive rally ball, but if she's wanting to take it as it's on the way up, it seems like that's when the racket face gets a bit shaky.
Ken Rosewell Arena there. Beautiful venue out here at Olympic Park. Former site of the Sydney Olympics back in 2000. I mean, if you look at the women's game, and a lot of women really these days are hitting it hard and flat. And I just think this is a great matchup for Donna Vekic. She seems to have a lot of time, can play this match on her own terms.
Just fell backwards on that shot, Donna.
15 all.
But so far, her ball striking is very decent.
All.
Always after the first match of the year, you think of about 15 things that you could have done better and things that you were working on all off season that you couldn't quite implement. It definitely seems like Vekic is playing more freely and constructing the points better than she was yesterday.
40.
Yeah, certainly more patient today, as she brings up another break point. Drags it wide, and that is a gift. Donna Vekic off to a flying start, leads 5-2 in the first.
Team Croatia leads 5-2.
I mean, you look at where Arantxa Rus was this time last year, and you have to say she's had an incredible season. She lost first round of qualifying, lost Australian Open, and the progression that she made immediately as soon as the clay season started. It was 5 challenger titles plus that Hamburg win. So at the age of 32, you know, who knows where she might end up at the end of this year.
Yeah, I guess, Barbara, you were in Hamburg. You were there working at the tournament, and I'll be interested on your thoughts. I know we don't have long, but I thought she may have finished the year with more wins at the back end of the season.
Yeah, she certainly has more wins. And I think when I watched her in Hamburg, I was very impressed. I mean, the ball pops so much more on the clay court. But, you know, she's still capable of playing some great tennis on this surface as well, on the hard courts.
It's a balmy night here at Ken Rosewall Arena. Nice sunny skies in Sydney, humid out. And Donna Vekic is really in cruise control at the moment here for Team Croatia. Has the luxury of being up 1-love after Borna Coric getting the win, and has a chance now to wrap up this opening set serving for it.
Maybe a bit more variation on the serve today. Was using mostly the slider out wide on the deuce side and actually on the ad side. Today, I feel like she's trying to hit a bit more all four corners.
Wow. That first shot after the serve is brutal from Donna Vekic.
Yeah, you love the mentality, don't you? She's always looking to get on the forehand. The +1 shot for Donna Vekic is always big forehand. Get the opponent running.
You just can't get away with that mid-court return, landing right in the center.
This has been such a great set from Donna Vekic. 3 set points. Hasn't put a foot wrong. It's been simply stunning. Donna Vekic, 6-2, first set. Oh, Donna Vekic just taking a little peek at the...
She's going to have a look at the numbers.
The stats, and Laura, you're going to talk us through the numbers, but it's nothing but sheer brilliance.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a look as you go, see what you can maybe change on the fly, but that first serve points one, so solid, along with the first serve percentage. And what's not on there, the second serve points one, up at 50% today. For the match yesterday, she was at 38%, which doesn't sound like a big difference, but across the course of a match, especially when you're playing someone who's maybe not as aggressive on the baseline, it can really add up. So just a very solid set of tennis from Vekic, but you think maybe Rus needs to do something bigger with her shots if possible. And there was quite a few of those short forehands that she missed. So there was definitely some opportunities that she could have taken.
Well, I think there'll be some reflection at this sit down, because Arantxa Rus cannot come out and play this same game style. Certainly needs to throw something different and just needs to try and make it more physical. That first set was not physical enough, and Donna Vekic would be feeling cherry ripe sitting down here. Plenty of Croatians out tonight to support their stars, and they would be absolutely loving how their team is positioned.
Time.
Just one set away here. Donna Vekic really played that a perfect first set.
Second set, Team Netherlands to serve.
Let's see what Arantxa Rus can produce in this second set. Take a look at Win Predictor. Wow, really in favour of Team Croatia, as you would expect with the scoreline.
$15 love.
Laura, if you were the coach of Arantxa Rus, what would have your message been at that end of set break?
Probably what you said, make it more physical. Try and get a bit more off the return when possible. Maybe be trying to slow down the pace at times as well. She has the ability to throw up a really spinny forehand, and if she can get that moving cross court into Donna's backhand and try and get it above the shoulder, then she can look for that inside out that she's been struggling with.
It's a better start for the Netherlands. I love service hold.
Yeah, I feel like Arantxa Rus, she's not using the fact that she's a left-hander enough, especially with that forehand wing. I think she should throw in those few short cross-court angles, a bit of variety of the pace, of the spin to the backhand of Donna Vekic. But, you know, the problem is Donna Vekic has certainly found her rhythm in the first set, especially in the middle and towards the end of that first set, trying to finish the points really quick, especially on her serve. So Arantxa didn't really get the chance to make it physical out there. But one important thing for Rus is the depth in her returns, especially when she goes through the middle. It has to be long.
Depth on the Rus forehand could be deeper on every shot because there's a lot landing in that mid-court range, and that's the one that Vekic has been all over. So let's see if she can do a little bit more here.
There you go.
11-15. Let for serve.
Well done.
Gets up to it, had a little bit of funky spin on it, and had to make that little bit of an adjustment shot, but no problems. And that shot count there at 17, they're the sort of rallies that Rus will want. Want to extend this rally, the matches, try and get Donna Vekic manoeuvring from side to side.
It's a great shot. Just that extra edge of power on the ball. It's coming flatter as she takes advantage of the angle that she's created.
And especially when she runs around her backhand and takes it with the forehand. She could hit it anywhere, inside out, inside in. Very hard to read.
More of the same, dictating with the forehand. I like to see her come forward like that. Doesn't always look comfortable at the net. It's still a big area of her game that she could really improve on in this season.
Da, ne kužim.
Team Croatia.
Ivan Dodig be required for the mixed, you would imagine. Team Croatia. It's a good hold. Just to try and keep the momentum.
1 game all.
good point. The return was great. I don't think she expected it to be right on the back of the line.
Love 15.
But I like the mix-up. The no pacer, gave herself some time.
All.
Excellent. Great placement, good pace.
She's trying to be more aggressive now in this second set, Arantxa Rus, but just doesn't come naturally to her.
No, I think even the court positioning is like, to be aggressive, you need to be up on that baseline generally, and I don't think she feels as comfortable there. She wants time, so does tend to drift deeper in the court. You've got to love her attitude and fight, though. It's certainly one of her great characteristics. She'll always give best effort.
Yeah, never gets too vocal out on court, but that sort of quiet confidence when she's playing her best tennis.
There's a lot of those little fist pumps.
Great stuff. Arantxa Rus had to work hard, but gets a hold. 2-1 second set, Team Netherlands. Zoo.
Oh, stunning.
Yep, bird's eye view. It's just a little ferry ride, or you can actually drive there, but a ferry ride across from Circular Quay and get to see all the native animals, and really has turned into one of the hot spots here in Sydney that most of the tourists would have high on their hit list. So there it is. You can see back into the city, back over to the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Favourite Aussie animal?
I do like a kangaroo.
Ooh.
What about
like
yourself?
A wallaby, not a big red kangaroo.
No, I like the big kangaroos.
They look lethal. They'd punch you out in a second.
Well, you may have seen the vision a couple of days ago on New Year's Day. There was a couple of kangaroos caught having a box off. So, yeah, we've got plenty of great wildlife here down under it. The players seem to embrace it. They always love getting out and about and going to the zoo.
I think Team Greece went, didn't they?
They did.
15 love.
Just standing a fair bit deeper. Maybe it's a tactic here to return serve Arantxa Rus. This is a clay court return stance.
Well, in this position, she can wait for the ball to drop all the way and then try and generate some depth from where she is back in the court. But then she also gives Vekic a little bit more angle to work with. She's got more of a look at all four corners, stepping up to the line here.
Boy, this forehand down the line has been deadly.
Yeah, I mean, how many points has she made with that first shot after the serve so far? At least be 10.
Well, that, for me, is the other problem with being so far back in the return position, because unless it's a great return, you've got so much more court to cover on the third shot.
(40-15).
That's a serve that's really doing a lot of damage tonight for Donna Vekic. It's been accurate and it's working. 2-all second set.
Keeping the Croatian fans happy in
drugi
here.
forehand, ovaj kick. Pripazi malo drugi kick.
Is team captain for Croatia.
Okay.
15 love.
Miksa je opet malo.
There's still a lot of height over the net. Whoops.
Ooh, dodged a bullet. That approach really didn't have a lot on it.
40-30.
Come on, Aram.
Yeah, whenever Vekic's return is a little bit shorter, now it seems like Arantxa Rus is taking control. But when it's long, she's in trouble.
Yep, perfect. Good hold for Team Netherlands. They're still on serve. It's 3-2, second set.
Lead 3-2.
This is a good opportunity if you're a player to be playing in an event like this where you can have your coach sitting courtside and have such open dialogue. I think it's a rarity. You don't get to do that too often or throughout the course of the year in regular tournaments.
Yeah, the off-court coaching rule means that you can take advice on, but you're not really meant to have a dialogue back and forth, even though it does seem like most people do anyway. But yeah, you certainly wouldn't be able to look at the iPad with all the numbers, all the stats, discuss as you go along in detail what you can be doing differently. So it's a very nice way to start the year for all of these players.
This is Group F, where Donna Vekic from Croatia has defeated Talon Griekspoor from Netherlands in the first match. Straight sets win. And in match number 2 here, we have Donna Vekic from Croatia. Played an excellent first set, taking it 6-2. We're on serve in the second. It's 3-2 with Arantxa Rus leading.
Love.
Well, hasn't missed many of these tonight. This one only just wide.
15 all.
I'd love to see her use more of those. What do you think? From up here, it just looks like the short forehand angle that opens up so much room for her.
And that's what I meant before with using the advantage of being a left-hander. And it doesn't necessarily have to just be cross-court, but just that short cross-court angle that really pushes Vekic out of the court. You have the double-hander there as well. Don't have as much reach. And then she can go down the line.
It's the serve that's just working a treat tonight. Donna Vekic struggled a bit on serve yesterday, but the rhythm is back The accuracy is there. And again.
She likes the one down the tee at the moment on the boost court.
40-30.
So much more accuracy compared to yesterday. That's what they've been working on in the off-season. Not just the speed, just the variety and precision.
Good hold.
Yeah, it really was. Bit of trouble there at 15-30.
3 games all.
That levels this second set at 3-all.
If Vekic can get a look at a couple second serves here, you would think she'll be all over them with the forehand return.
Yeah, you get to a set and 3-all when you've played this well. You sort of do want to.
Now's the time to be brave.
That's right.
Replay the point. Ladies and gentlemen, during the service motion, the Windows beep came over the speakers. We will replay the point.
It was very detailed.
Too good.
Yeah, that first point's huge, isn't it? When you're returning, you win that first point, you genuinely feel like you're a big chance of breaking.
Good defense there from Vekic.
Oh, and again. 2 excellent points to start the game for Donna Vekic. The Croatians. Great support here.
Love 30.
I just read this play really nicely with the lob over Rus's head. Not going to get away with that though. One too many times to the Rus forehand. Probably would have gone at one of those defensive high shots she's been working on throughout this second set. Yeah, if this one could have had some extra height, maybe gone down the line.
Well, this is a good fight back here from Arantxa Rus.
Yeah, she certainly turned it up a notch here, Arantxa Rus.
30-all.
Really trying to be more aggressive now, stepping into the court a bit more.
Yeah, it's a really, really big second serve. Not so much in pace, but the aggression and the mindset to go for it at such a big moment.
Oh, I still had some acceleration on it because the ball jumped off. Vekic couldn't control it.
And in the end, that is a really good hold from Arantxa Rus. Down love 30, gets out of trouble. And Team Netherlands move ahead. 4-3, second set. Well, that was really great awareness I felt there from Rus. Just being pushed around, going down love 30, and then had the courage to get on the front foot herself and be aggressive.
And the second serve in particular, down love 30, goes for a big shot out wide, gets herself back in the game.
Yeah, I really like that she's changed a few things, tweaked it around in the second set. Arantxa Rus, I mean, there's a lot of communication there on the bench with Julian Alonso. She's definitely looking more for those balls to be aggressive.
If you fancy a spot of swimming, here's the place to do it. So many of these beachside swimming holes and beachside swimming pools all around Sydney Harbour.
Bondi icebergs.
You would have been there, Laura, punching out a few laps
Not
this
for
morning.
a morning swim.
Spot of lunch, or maybe even a drink.
Potentially. I'm really looking to try and get that in before I leave.
Time.
All right, that was a really impressive service game from Arantxa Rus.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it feels like there's a lot of pressure on Vekic here coming out of the changeover. She has thrown in a couple of double faults, but it looked like the second serve for me is just decelerating slightly in this set at times. So needs to be careful here. Pulled off it.
Yeah, just those couple of extra balls are coming back now. She's a wonderful defender, Arantxa Rus.
Fault.
Oh, that second serve was right on the line.
Yeah, but Rus, she needs to make that return, doesn't she? Whenever she gets that second serve, especially when it's love 15. I was getting a bit slower on that second serve, I have to say.
I just feel maybe the conditions is getting a little heavier as we go deeper into the evening here on Ken Rosewall Arena.
And we talked about in the first set that Arantxa Rus wants to make this physical. This could be physical already for Donna Vekic. Or starting to get so.
Better depth in that rally, as you'll see there with the ball location.
All of a sudden, 2 big points.
40.
Well, living dangerously, really, this was a great second serve and an even better forehand line. Just getting a little close to it and pushes it wide. And that is the first break of this second set. And it'll be Arantxa Rus who will try and level this match up now.
You could feel it coming though. Rus holding that last game from love 30. She's then building a bit in form, using a little bit more aggression on her forehand.
Ajmo, nema veze, čupaj, idemo, break ovaj game, ajmo, ajmo.
The momentum has certainly changed in this match. Now it's Arantxa Rus who's got more confidence, who's in control of the rallies.
That is the sort of forehand that Vekic was missing yesterday, just losing patience in the rally. On this ad side, Rus has barely been able to get a free point off the serve going tee. So if I was Vekic, I'd even lean more into that charm line, cover the wide, try and take it early. So she's won that point, but the serve's still coming into the body. It's still got some movement to it. It's not a true flat serve. So you can afford to give her some room to go for the tee serve.
A couple of set points. It's been a good 10 minutes right here from Rus. She's really cracked this match open. Oh, well done. That is stunning tennis from Arantxa Rus. And Team Netherlands are back in town. We're at 1 set all. Just a bit of aggression there from Arantxa Rus, and it's amazing how she's turned this match around.
Yeah, it didn't do much different, just tried to make it a little bit more physical, which she was able to do, lengthened out some of the points, and then all of a sudden Vekic lost some patience in her game. But the big difference was on Vekic's serve there. down at 62% on the first serve percentage. In the first set, she was in the 80s.
Yeah, that was, and just by virtue of serving a mid-80s, she was winning so many free points and then able to swing freely on return. But I like that stat there, the net points won, 8 of 9 from Team Netherlands. So that just shows you she was a lot more aggressive and prepared to push forward in an uncomfortable position there for Rus. So that was a good quality second set.
Yeah, she was prepared to take it out of the air as a drive volley as soon as Vekic threw up one of those floaters. So just more of the same is what Rus's coach will probably be telling her.
So a great set of tennis there from Arantxa Rus. It's got Team Netherlands back into this match. It was a short 10 or 15 minutes ago where it was 3-all in the second set. Love 30 on the Rus serve, where we thought Vekic might just run away with this. Dug the heels in and has quickly turned this match around. And I guess Barbara courtside, physically, how do you think Donna Vekic is feeling after playing that long match yesterday? That was a 3-hour match. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sure she's going to feel it physically a little bit. She's off for a toilet break, probably a change of shirt and skirt, Donna Vekic, just to settle down and regroup, give herself a bit of a pep talk, maybe in the mirror, just like Novak Djokovic sometimes does. But let's not take any credit away from Arantxa Rus. I mean, she can be out there for another 2-3 sets. We know that. But as you guys said, a lot more aggressive. I also loved it that she was coming to the net a little bit more. Also, I think she was going for her first serves more often. They were in the 180s. You could see that in the last game. I think when she's confident, she feels it as well. And that's what she needs to continue to do now in this third set.
As we take a look at some of the highlights, it was brilliant shot making really from both players, particularly early in set 2. Donna Vekic, we know, is one of the cleaner ball strikers on tour. But it was this forehand down the line there that really started to turn things around for Arantxa Rus.
Yeah, it did, and we've seen she does get a little height on it, but she can still go fast and accelerate through the shot, which is when it's really lethal. But she was setting the points up nicely, often going with the forehand cross to then open it up line and try and take that last ball of the rally on the rise. So it just seemed like she was much more comfortable as the match went on with the pace that Vekic was giving her.
It's okay.
Well, even Mayoli is
No, ice, yes.
still looking calm, resting a bit of ice, because Donna Vekic has been using the ice right from the start of not only just today's match, but of course yesterday's match, to stay cool. Lot to play for here in Group F. Borna Coric from Croatia was a straight sets winner in the men's singles. 7-6, 6-4 over Talon Grigspor. And we are locked at 1 set all.
Croatian fans have had a lot to smile about today, but they will need to get a little bit rowdy here.
Yeah, everybody seems to want to get on that screen here in the stadium. Some great energy.
This is a big final set. Group F, you got Norway at the top of the table. They've won 1 and lost 1. Netherlands have won 1, lost Well, they haven't lost yet. Croatia looking to get on the board, so there's a lot riding on this final set, that's for sure.
Yeah, and in case Arantxa Rus would beat Donna Vekic here, it all comes down to the mixed doubles again, and I have to say I would give the Dutch team the edge there.
I totally agree with you. They were much more agile at the net in their first mixed doubles match, and Vekic played with Dodig in the decider against Norway, and it just looked a little out of sorts. There wasn't much communication between the two of them. So, yeah, I would say the Netherlands would be heavily favoured if it comes down to a mixed doubles decider. I love that we've had so many deciders.
Yes, that's why this format works.
Final set.
The format was tweaked after the inaugural United Cup last year, and really has been a showcase of the best tennis so far in this year's United Cup. So it'll be Donna Vekic to serve first in this third and final set. Well, let's just take a look what Win Predictor thinks. Yeah, it's pretty similar to pre-match.
Give it another game, it will change.
Where do you think it sits? Who's favoured right about now, Laura?
I would probably still say Vekic, given that when she's a little bit more patient, she is able to dictate, and we've seen what she can do with the forehand as long as the first serve is there.
Well, it's a great start. Races away to a 40-love lead, and did play a pretty good third set yesterday, Donna Vekic. Shakes off all the disappointment, and that is a fast start. 1-love, third set.
Yeah, that's an important start for Vekic to win this service game so easy. A confidence boost, that's what you want. And you want to show your opponent, hey, I'm back, I'm here, I'm focused, my serve's here again.
Well, she has said that she's feeling fit and strong, and she's put in a really good off-season, and physically is as fit as she's probably ever been. Of course, there'll be some soreness and stiffness from yesterday's match, but by now, that should be probably...
Yeah, you wouldn't feel it by this point of the match. An hour and 26 minutes on the clock.
Bravo.
Yeah, that's exquisite.
15 all.
This forehand down the line really starting to hurt Vekic. Not reading it at all.
Oh, tough to read it because she could easily hit that shot cross court.
A little unlucky clipping the tape, and that just pushes it wide.
30-15.
Yeah, but Rus is working with those angles a little bit more now. Again, in that second set already.
That's what she needs to do, take the angles away from her opponent.
30
Start hitting through the lines a bit more. I think if you give Rus, especially at the moment, she's doing it really well, the short backhand cross court, so get her on the back foot as soon as possible.
That's that forehand which just falls off at a fraction, falls backwards, and it's the first break point of the third set for Donna Vekic. Just peppering the forehand side. And Donna Vekic, much to the delight of the Croatian crowd here, gets the break and leads 2-love first set.
Well, there it was again, though, just opening up the lines first in the rally with Donna's forehand line. She's going fast, and we know that Rus doesn't love huge amounts of pace when she's pushed on the back foot on that forehand side, because that's where the extreme grit can sometimes go against her.
When she gives herself plenty of room and space on this forehand side. She can go inside out, we know, and then she can hold it just like this and go inside in.
Let second serve.
Fourth double fault a match. There's certainly been a few times where it looks like she's almost in recovery mode as she's still in the motion of the second serve. That just means her racket face is slowing down as she should be accelerating up to the ball.
That's a bit of a gift. A 2-love, 15 all. You cannot afford to gift an error like that. Ooh.
Wow.
30 all.
Interesting.
Maybe just try to overcorrect there.
Well, I think we'd all agree if Vekic can just hold these 2 points at a 3 level, it would feel like a pretty big lead. And I know it's just one break, and that's, I'm sure, what she's thinking as well. So maybe just a little tight. Or she'll be disappointed. That first backhand, Vekic probably could have done a little more with that.
I just didn't get the width that she was looking for, but the serve was great, so that's what you can be telling yourself. Made a nice correction after the double fault.
It's a great fight back once again from Arantxa Rus. Donna Vekic in front, 2-1, third set.
Vekic's just loving the marathon matches at the moment.
She'll be ruining those 2 double faults, there's no doubt about it. And even if it wasn't fatigue or nerves or whatever it may have been, but gee, that'll create a bit of doubt in your mind, that's for sure.
Yeah, and if you look at her body language, Donna Vekic, she's doing a bit of stretching on the bench there. She certainly looks like she's feeling it physically at the moment. That would have been very frustrating that she couldn't hold serve.
Well, if you are feeling it physically, the serving is often what goes first, because it's so hard to get that momentum up through into the air.
In the third set here of Donna Vekic and Arantxa Rus's match, looks like we're going deep into this third set. Well, Team Croatia are off to a good start with Borna Coric getting the win in the men's singles.
Time.
This one is anyone's. On serve, 2-1, third set.
Thank you. Love.
That forehand, or that ball from Donna Vekic just skidded off. I don't know, it just bounced so low.
Bit of a gift.
30 all.
Yeah, both times the ball toss was slightly too low. I think that's something she could definitely do a little bit differently on her serve.
Turning the tables here again, Donna Vekic.
30,
And has
40.
earned another break point. That's smart play, great variation and shape. Thinking clearly, and Donna Vekic once again moves ahead, 3-1, third
Team
set.
Croatia leads 3 games
And
to
you
1.
could really tell that Donna Vekic wanted to win that point. She was patient. She knew it was a big point.
Ajmo, daj si vremena, samo
And it
noge,
paid off.
ajmo.
It just, maybe you can see it a little better from courtside, but it looked like the higher balls that she was going for actually had a bit more acceleration on them. She wasn't just floating them up, she was trying to go for a heavy topspin ball to get Rus out of position.
Yeah, the first one was a little slow, a little short, but the second one was ideal. Smart play.
Love 15.
I'm not sure why she took that with the backhand in the middle of the court.
Yep.
She likes to run around it normally. You have such better angles. She knows it.
A bit of stress as well after the point. It just looks like she wants this so bad. It's more like it.
Huh? Da.
Excellent serving.
30-15.
Oh, this is just what you want
40-15.
when you're trying to get to the finish line. Oh, it's a couple of great games for Donna Vekic and Team Croatia. They inch towards victory. They lead 4-1, final set.
4 games to 1.
Just such a great correction after the love 15 to go a couple big first serves in a row, get that confidence back on that shot. Looking fired up here.
Bravo, majstore.
Just looking at the group standings, even if Croatia win this 2-0, they'll probably still want to put out their best team for the doubles because, of course, they did lose to Norway the other day.
Yeah. And last year they made this mistake. I remember I was talking to Eva in Perth because they just missed out because they didn't put their best doubles players on the court. So they won't make that mistake again, that's for sure.
Plenty of fans, young and old, absolutely loving the atmosphere here at Ken Rosewell Arena. It's loud, so many young supporters here. Team Croatia very well represented.
Thank you. Taking a selfie.
Counts. And I think, if anything, this graphic shows the depth that Vekic had on the first 2 shots of the rally, and it just set herself up to even play the drop shot and handles the overhead really nicely.
She's finishing fast right now, Donna Vekic.
Love 30.
Bravo, bravo, majstore. Drž to.
Wait, please.
Rus hanging in nicely here, not going anywhere.
It's a bit of an unusual double fault.
30-40.
Sometimes that ball toss just gets a fraction over the head. These very much feel like match points, or a match point for Vekic to go double break 5-1. That would be a tall mountain to climb.
Wow.
Team Croatia.
Just capitulating a little in this third set on serve. Arantxa Rus has played really well.
5 games to 1.
And it's just starting to fall apart. So Donna Vekic on the cusp of putting Team Croatia to an unassailable lead in this tie.
Rus coming back from this.
15 love.
Great front runner, Donna Vekic, isn't she, when she's in this type of mood, aggressive, clean ball striking. Just run out of answers. There's Arantxa Rus and Donna Vekic urging on this big Croatian support. Has brought up triple match point.
40 love.
Well, she can laugh about it.
14-15.
Wonderful reaction from Donna Vekic. Played brilliantly tonight.
6-1.
Yeah, just really controlled that third set in the end, and it was a difficult match for her because Arantxa Rus was trying to make it physical, trying to lengthen out the rallies, and came out with some really good ball striking off the forehand side, but Vekic just a little bit more firepower when she needed it. And her forehand on the third ball was just excellent. And that was really what won her the match in the end and won the tie for Croatia. So great job to them, but we're trying to crunch the numbers in here and we're not sure. We don't know whether they've won the group or not just yet.
No, I think we've got a lot to play for still in the mixed doubles, and again, that's the beauty of this new and improved format here at the United Cup. One thing's for sure, she is in good form, Donna Vekic, and she'll be thrilled to have secured that victory. And the way she played tonight, there was so much to like about it. All right, let's head courtside because Donna Vekic is courtside with Barbara Schett.
Donna, we'll let you take a sip. I know it was a little bit of work once again. You had to go the distance against Arantxa, but I think there was a lot better ball striking today. What do you think?
I was definitely serving much better today. Yeah, it was another great match, another tough match, 3 sets. very happy to get the win, and thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm not sure if I ever played in a better atmosphere, so thank you so much. But don't go anywhere. We still have a very important mixed doubles.
Donna, yesterday you were on the court for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Then you also played the mixed doubles. Today you've been out there for, well, 2 hours. 2 hours, exactly. More to come. How are you feeling physically?
Much better than expected. I woke up very sore, as you can imagine, this morning. Quite normal after first match of the season, but once I warmed up and got going, I'm feeling much better now.
Enough energy left for the mixed doubles? Will we see you?
Yes, and it's my partner's birthday today, so I cannot let him down.
Well, we have to sing happy birthday for him, but he's not out here yet, is he? Or not anymore?
No, he's getting ready, so hopefully after the match you guys can sing happy birthday.
Will we do that? Yes, of course. Donna, thank you so much. We wish you all the best for the next one.
Oh, to relieve Donna Vekic in what was a high-class match. Great ball striking, really, from both players. And Arantxa Rus, it wasn't until deep in that third set. She was right there with Donna Vekic. And there'll be a lot of learnings for Arantxa Rus. Donna Vekic will be back for the mixed doubles. Great to see her in action. She'll be teaming up with Ivan Dodig. So it's a quick turnaround. And the fans, they're not going anywhere, you would imagine, here at Ken Rosewall Arena. What is a very evenly matched group, Group F. Well, it was great serving from Donna Vekic. She, as she alluded to in that interview, served particularly well, and it was on the big points. That's great serve numbers, up at 70% of first serves in, and served well when she was down break points. So kept the unforced error count low for Donna Vekic there, and also hit quite a lot of winners. So in the end, Donna Vekic in an hour and 52 minutes, just a little too good and a little too classy for her Dutch opponent, Arantxa Rus. So Team Netherlands getting prepared. Wesley Koolhof and Demi Schuurs in the warm-up room. That's coming up shortly. It is the mixed doubles where Team Croatia will be taking on Team Netherlands.